Maybe this can bring you back down to a little bit of peace and comfort. We do
Let's
have
hope.
our Dear Diary segment.
Always does.
It's been a popular one. It's actually, it manages to get a lot of listens on our podcast.
Yeah,
it's
it does.
it's one of the more popular ones. So
You can see why.
it must be going quite well. And last week we had an entry from Jessica Watson just before she got into Sydney. That was big news. And
Yeah, we got it before 1HD.
we did, yeah.
I mean,
We had a real
that's how popular the couch
a
is.
real insight there. Well, this week, Matt Preston has been in the press a little bit lately, and he gets criticised a fair bit, old Matt.
I don't know why. He's a really nice guy.
People think he's a little too pompous, and
Pompous.
he was actually in the news for a couple of the wrong reasons, and well, he sent us in a really heartfelt diary entry. So this week's Dear Diary was from Matt Preston. Dear Diary, wow, it's been an interesting couple of weeks for myself. I noticed that Ralph magazine voted me Wanker of the Year this year. I don't really know why. I have to admit, a cravat or two ended up moist with tears for a few days after. They had a go at my pompous attitude towards food. I know it's all a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but seriously, I was ahead of Kyle Sanderlands? I know that people think I'm a bit of a weirdo, but come on. Him and that twat McFadden, who in their right mind would put them on the same TV show? Ah, yes, TV shows. That was the other thing people were bagging me for. Yes, it's true. I'm planning my own TV show. To be honest, none of the production team know what they're going to do. They just know they have to use me while I'm on a hot streak. I'm not gonna lie either, the streak has indeed been hot. Steamy hot. The social life has definitely kicked off since I've been on Masterchef. The ladies are loving me, and it's great. There's a large portion of them that tell me I left them with a salty palate though. I'm not quite sure what that means. I mean, I know palates mature with age, but salty? Maybe my influence is greater than I thought. I'm not confident about my new show though. What will it be like? Will it be live? Will it be a contest like MasterChef? Or will it be more like Good Morning Australia? I always imagined myself as a bit of a Bert Newton amongst the industry, and now I've got the Logie to prove it. I like the boy. How a 49-year-old can win best new male talent, I will never know, but the trophy sure does double well as a cravat stand. Is it weird that I name them? I don't think so. I give them nice names like Trudy and Jan. I miss the smell of Jan and her touch. That smooth silkiness around my neck. I don't think I'll ever be able to reveal the secret to my cravat obsession. It's really gotten out of hand since the media caught onto it, but the truth is my mum used to force me to wear them because I was such a grubby child, and it kinda stuck. I would spill my meal all down my top without fail every day. The shame I felt back then was what made me determined to become a well-mannered, well-cultured food critic. It brought me to tears on an episode of the show last week, thinking about those days at the dinner table being laughed at and humiliated. They'd sit there and chant in my face, "Fatty Matty, Fatty Matty." Even my parents joined in. Come to think of it, it was mainly my parents. Maybe that's why I'm so into role-playing with my cravies. There's not a pain in the world that a cry into a nice, comforting cravat can't fix. Betty, Sarah, Claire, either of them will take my pain away. I'm no wanker, I'm just a boy with a big heart. Until next time, love always. Matthew.
He let it all hang out there.
He really put his heart on his sleeve
He
there.
did.
Very,
I've
very insightful.
So new show for Matt.
Yeah, it was, in all seriousness, he's actually working on a solo show, project.
Very nice.
And as he disclosed in that, I don't think anyone knows what it's going to be about. They just know they want to use him while he's...
I actually really like him.
You like him?
He's
Yeah?
a good character.
I didn't want to reveal too much about him there
No,
because he's
of
a nice
course.
bloke, and that was a very heartfelt diary entry there.
Just on to a Battle of the Bands event. I want to just try and plug it.
Yeah.
Hume City Council and the Freezer Group, they're holding a Battle of the Bands, the Northern Metro Heat, on Saturday, June the 5th. The time is from 6:30 to 11 p.m. Bands including the McQueens, Three Bags Full, Saffron Scarlet, the Killnicks, Cosmic Freeway, and the band that was on Australia's Got Talent last year, the Red Jane Show.
Yep.
Very talented, the Red Jane Show.
Well, it'll be a very... It sounds like an alright lineup.
It's a pretty good lineup.
They've really worked hard to get some interest back into it. And speaking of other Hume events, I said earlier in the show, Any young musician aged 15 to 21 has the chance to win $3,000 worth of music
It's
equipment
very good.
just for going down to the youth centre in Sunbury tonight and playing us a couple of songs for the judges. There's also second place for $1,500. So
It's decent. It's very decent.
deadly seriously, put your fears aside and just, if you've got a little bit of music interest and talent, head down there tonight, 5 o'clock till 9:30. You won't be disappointed.
Just if you want to get down to that Battle of the Bands, the location is Reservoir Civic Centre, 23 Edward Street, Reservoir. Tickets are available at the door, $5. If you want more information, contact Kate at kate.duncan@darabin.vic.gov.au.
Very nice plug. Before we jump to some music, after the break we will have sport. But before we get to that, the most important update of the week. What did happen this week in Facebook? Well, a lot of people became a fan of the group growing up before trampolines had nets and surviving. The kid that's wasted before the party even begins, that was a popular one. A lot of people said they're attending the event Act Like a Ninja Day. Another popular fan group was Big Boobs Don't Count If You're Fat. And the most popular group of the week, many people became a fan of just simply sleeping naked.
Are you a fan of Sleepy Naked, Scott?
I always sleep naked.
Always.
Or every night.
100% strike rate.
Winter nights can get quite chilly, so, and the funny thing is though, I will, in winter if it's too cold, I won't wear pants or anything. I'll just wear a top.
Oh, right.
So the bottom half is still quite free.
Is it a longer t-shirt though? Is it a bit like a nightie?
No, it's not. It's not like a nightie at all.
Not like a nana nightie?
No, I'm always a fan of the old nude sleep.
Well, now that all the Sunbury knows, you know.
Well, you know,
Well, it's going on the internet, so.
pop over for a visit and you know.
Well,
we'll
apparently,
have a chat.
like sleeping naked with another person is very good for body warmth.
Yeah, well,
It's a survival technique.
there you go.
Don't forget it, listeners.
I am all about survival.
Just don't do it when the other person doesn't know, or you may get a criminal record.
Just maybe. Well, as I said, we've got sport coming up after this little break. In the meantime, this is Lenny Kravitz with Fly Away. You're in the